Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. On the double. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man quickly.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Makes a man miss. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bears want to move quickly.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now, here comes the tempo.
He uncorks deep. Makes the grab at the tap. Touchdown, Baylor! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. These guys got their nose bloodied in the Big 12 last year. They took it personally through the offseason and eager to atone this year.
And guys this year are just going to have to step up and make more plays as well. And they've got some dudes who they feel are very, very talented but weren't always playing to their potential. Last year, David, it's got to start in Game 1 in conference play this season.
No doubt. You got to set the tone early, send a message early. We're not that team from a year ago. Like, that was a bad season. That was a down season. We're going to turn this around. Got to get that momentum created Game 1 if you want this season to be successful.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. He's loose. Wide open spaces. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Bears! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss answered the bell away from Roberts Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Golden Eagles knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Now, in that ethereal realm of BYU quarterbacks like Ty Detmer and Steve Young, Jake Retzloff has a chance to claim a spot in there, David. 11-2 a season ago, just missed a playoff. If they can get to the CFP, what does it mean for a program like this?
It would be huge. I mean, BYU is a good program, but nobody looks at them as an elite program. So they can perform at that level. And listen, it's going to be Retzloff. He's that guy. Like, he's scrambling, throwing, making plays. Kind of had a knack for big plays last year. So if he builds on that, watch out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Running to Green. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Quarterback moving. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Cameron. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. The Bears will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through, got to be more physical up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
To throw, it's Retzlaff. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Going right to work up top. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Wilson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
At the 35, he's open. Lots of running room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Robertson. Still looking, on the move. The short hands, it's Brown. There he goes! And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Bears line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Bachmeier. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Looking for his man in the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bears!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside CUSA today. Liberty overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Lynchburg, these Flames gotta be thrilled with the result. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Return yards like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Handoff to the single running back. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Baylor!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
35, BYU, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Makes the grab. It's Hagan. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
He's got it inside the 25. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, BYU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The AT unit on the field. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the toss. Finding open areas. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Running back searching for a hole. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Makes the grab. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They're going to run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Washington. Crosses the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for a man, it's Robertson. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. It's a seam wide open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the Bears will try to move the chains on fourth down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually start